got a couple of recasts here, Mason.
Oh, that seemed pointed and directed at me.
It is.
Are you implying these are my fault?
Yes, at least one of them. So,
Okay. Well, I don't know who you're talking about, so
it
might be my fault.
You watched the final episode of the latest season of Doctor Who.
I did,
And the
yes.
regeneration. Spoilers, by the way.
Doctor Who.
But if you're a big fan, you'd know this, and if you weren't, you don't care.
That's true. Now, to be clear, we're not big fans.
I used to be.
In theory, we are. Well, I mean, okay, so for people who do not recall, so I watched I watched the majority of Eccleston and Tennant.
Yes.
And then intermittently...
We all watched Tennant. It was a big movie.
Haha, nice.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Go on.
It's good stuff.
Is it?
It involves time.
Yeah, I guess it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
But every season I have attempted to I'll watch a couple of episodes. That's how I've maintained my
Same. I watched a couple of the Capaldis, maybe one or two of the Jodie Whittaker.
Matt Smith?
No, I watched all of Matt Smith.
Did you?
Yeah. I watched
Good
all
for
that
you.
through. Yeah.
How'd that go?
It's all right.
Okay,
I like him.
I liked his second outfit better than his first outfit. Anyway.
Yeah, because there's too much shirt front. I know. We've talked
we
about
know.
it. Yeah.
That's right. I just need to reiterate it just in case.
Yeah.
Think that I somehow liked his first outfit better than his second outfit, which I don't. Spooky movies, James. I don't like his first outfit at all.
Yeah, I know. But
Spooky
anyway,
movies, mate.
so in this final episode of Jodie Whittaker, what did
right.
you think of it, by the way? I didn't watch it.
I mean,
We're like, I'm going to miss all these.
Well, I mean,
colourful
it's
characters.
interesting. No, because I didn't know most of them. There was some. It was what I feel like is perhaps par for the course currently, which is they get as many former doctors as possible.
I saw that clip.
They replaced the first doctor, I think, because obviously
with the dude from Game of Thrones or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And
he's done it before.
And then and then they have some sage advice for present day Jodie.
Is that in her mind or something?
Yeah, it's in a simulation sort of thing.
God. But they're only there for like 20 seconds each, aren't they?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
But and as I understand it, she has a companion called Yaz, and everybody was expecting them to have like a romantic thing, but they didn't, and a lot of people were very disappointed about that, I believe.
Right.
And
I'd imagine if I was invested, I'd be upset too.
Yeah. But again, not really invested.
Yeah.
And I don't, James, see if you can guess who the villains were in this final episode.
Was it the Master or the Daleks?
It was the Master and the Daleks and the Cybermen.
And the Cybermen.
Yeah, except they're now Cyber Masters. They're evolved
there's a
versions of the
combination.
Cybermen. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
This is the Master did it. I like the guy who plays the Master.
He's good, right?
Yeah.
But
was he in Iron Fist? He was in Iron Fist, wasn't he?
He was. Wait,
Yeah.
was
he
he?
wanted to be the other Iron Fist?
Oh, yeah, second season. Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Or
And
first season.
in this, he's also Rasputin. He's revealed that he was,
Oh, that's fun.
Russian, big time Russian guy.
Big
Rasputin.
time
Russian
Russian
guy.
Russian
all the
guy.
time. That guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I always feel like there's something a little bit off about Doctor Who. Something like it's
Always? Like even the stuff that you like?
no less. I don't know. I feel like it should be. We've discussed this before, but I think like the mistake they make is trying to make it cool.
Yeah.
In like a Hollywood way. Like the episode starts out with kind of like a space train rescue. The Doctor and her companions have to like jump
Does it
on.
go dun 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 like that?
I don't know. Can you do it again?
Hang on. Jumping from carriage to carriage in space.
No, it doesn't do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it felt like it's one of those things that it always like it's so weirdly melodramatic. Like there's people on the train and they're like, "We're doing a big distress signal. Can anyone come to help?" And then the Doctor's like, "I can.
Yeah.
I'm the Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool, man. Like,
That is cool.
I mean, it is cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels like a little bit off. Like, don't try and make it that. Just make it be its own thing. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you think the worst thing that ever happened to Doctor Who and the best was David Tennant, where the Doctor Who had to be cool from then on?
Yeah.
Because he's like an inherently like a cool guy.
I don't
but that's
know.
like who he is.
Have we talked about this
feel.
on air? I think we may have. Like, I feel like Eccleston and Tennant just brought because Doctor Who was never cool.
No.
It was fun and what have you, but it was never cool. But I feel like Eccleston and Tennant made it cool. And then the writers, specifically the showrunner that Moffat, the one who came after Russell T Davies, was like, yeah, what if we wrote him as the coolest guy in the universe? You shouldn't.
Yeah.
You should write him as what he is or she, and just. But again, also what's interesting about this episode, there's a Dalek and you wouldn't believe this, doesn't believe in the Dalek cause.
Whoa.
You know, and it's like, and the Doctor's like, a good Dalek? I've never seen such a thing. You have. Even in the limited episodes I've seen, you've seen multiple times it's happened. I think maybe even in this run, even the Jodie Whittaker Doctor's met another good Dalek.
Would you prefer if she was like, this is unusual but not unheard of?
That's right. Now that I think about it, this is quite common.
Yeah. So the big reveal, though, from the regeneration was, or what is it, Mason?
Well, at the end, of course, the Doctor has to regenerate, and she regenerates into, and you wouldn't bloody believe
You wouldn't
this,
even read about it.
she regenerates into the 10th Doctor again.
Clothes and all, though.
Clothes and all, well, yeah.
Which is not done.
What do you think that is? Is it because people wouldn't take the regeneration seriously if it's Tennant in that weird Mork from Mork gear that
I think that would have been
wears?
fun. I mean, I think it depends on where he's come from.
Yeah.
And what, because they're saying he's the 14th Doctor.
Well, okay, so one thing that I liked about this is that he does go, I recognise these teeth.
Yeah.
Because when he regenerates originally
says
from
new
Eccleston,
teeth,
he goes, teeth? Which I thought was a fun callback. So congratulations, you got one fun callback from the last 15 years. Well done. Where were we going with this?
Well, yeah. So
what were you saying earlier?
Well, so there's going to be 3 specials.
Yeah.
And he, as mentioned, he's the 14th Doctor.
Yes.
There's also a version of him which is human and trapped in another dimension.
Also,
or living peacefully in another
which
dimension.
might be this guy?
Maybe.
Well, see, that's the thing, because it's the only, as I understand it, the only Doctor that regenerated and got new clothes was the first one into the second one. Since then, every time the Doctor regenerates, they're wearing the old clothes, and they have to switch.
So it could be.
It has happened before, but just once, 50 years ago,
right? It could just be the power of regeneration and too much stuff.
Oh, that's
going
right.
on.
Yeah. So also, this is the 3rd time canonically he's played the Doctor. Because the original one, and then there's a line of dialogue, and I think one of the specials where it's like the 3 Doctors or the 4 Doctors or the 5 Doctors or the 10 Doctors or whatever. He says that he died off screen and he regenerated into Tennant again because he was vain.
Didn't we see that though? I'm pretty sure we saw that happen.
Did we? Okay.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, he just regenerated into himself.
Okay, well maybe it's been more than that then.
Yeah.
Also, but so the twist, the surprise here is obviously that it's Tennant again. We knew he was going to be in these because there were some set photos.
Yeah.
And people were like, wow, is new Doctor going to meet this Doctor or whatever? But it turns out
same person.
He may not be regenerating though. Maybe it's something else.
Maybe
he's switching places with something else. But he and Ncuti Gatwa are wearing the same tie.
Exactly. So
same tie.
They're going to do 3 specials next year, leading up to the new Doctor Who, number 15th coming in.
If it's called New Doctor
Who. New, even newer, and they've got a retro logo, which I quite liked. Yeah, which was a bit of fun. It's also been confirmed that Disney Plus will now be the exclusive home for new seasons outside of the UK and Ireland.
Oh, we're outside the UK and Ireland.
That's us, Mason. So I will definitely be watching these because not only that, not Stephen Moffat, Russell T Davies is back.
Yeah. So it's Chris Chibnall was the previous.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah. From what I've heard and speaking to people both and seeing online, but also people in real life, there is some good Jodie Whittaker stuff, but the material doesn't match how good she is apparently.
Yeah, right. Okay.
But I haven't seen it, and I won't because it's too many.
I've heard that it's okay, but she was miscast. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know what to believe.
Right?
Maybe she was miscast and it's bad.
Maybe
could be both.
Yeah. If only we'd watched to know. I tapped out in the Jodie Whittaker. It was the one they did like a James Bond sort of pastiche, but it wasn't very good.
Okay.
So.
Well, yeah. Well,
also, the Master was there, I think.
Oh my God.
Yeah. If you can absolutely believe that.
I can absolutely believe it, Mason. So yeah, it's they do this every few years. They
sure do.
They redo it and whatever, and I think people are generally happy
this
to
will be
see.
the one. Also, if you're in Australia,
I am.
Mostly the way to watch this is on a streaming service called iView, which is in standard definition.
Wow!
So it'll be nice to see this in HD.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be seen, though.
I guess that's true. Yeah,
utter crap.
That's right. And sometimes you go to watch it, and it's like, no, we taped over it with something else. Actually. It's tradition. We taped over it with the news. We didn't think anybody was interested in watching this.